How's it going, everyone? It's your girl Rocket Gal, and welcome to the CYL 8 summoning session. We've got over 800 orbs, and we're gonna go through all 4 sparks. Hopefully we can get a decent amount of these units. I'm particularly going for Felix and Alphonse, and I got my 4 tickets. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. CYL is always probably one of the most exciting times to be a Fire Emblem fan. That's when all the cool shit happens. New outfits, new skills, new power creep, all the fun stuff, all the great things happen in CYL. So yeah, and even though I wasn't exactly wowed or not wowed, but I wasn't exactly happy with who won CYL because I was getting a little burnt out from 3 houses, not gonna lie. And I'm not the biggest female Robin fan. They had got some pretty cool stuff, you know. I like how they all turned out, and hopefully I'll be able to get many copies of each of them. If you're curious, here are what the rates look like. You know, nothing super new here. Green good. Even after like the change in like the summoning pool and everything, it's still basically the same story, you know. So anyone going for like Alphonse merges, you should be in good hands, relatively speaking. So, and also you get the spark, you get the free summon. I'm gonna save off my free summon until after the summoning session, just so I know what I ended up with, because I don't want to like pick someone that I have like a million copies of. And there are some units I do want to fodder. I think Bernadetta would be a good one to fodder to some archers. That curve shot's pretty interesting. So yeah, definitely, yeah, pretty standard rates there. So not much else to say about that. I was hoping that they were going to spice things up a little bit. But alas, green, it's easy being green sometimes, you know? So yeah. Also, something I want to go over a little bit is some of the new skills that we're getting and how the inheritance goes, and also I want to go over Panette a little bit because we didn't really know what she did in the trailer and everything. So let's take a look at her weapon. It's pretty interesting, actually pretty cool. It's got that 5-star unit treatment. So anyone out there who likes Panette should be pretty fucking happy because she's free to play, and she's pretty fucking good. So yeah, she has this team pulse effect similar to like Asker and everything. And these skills are always really good. I don't think this skill has ever been bad necessarily. Maybe it's not as good as it used to be. Definitely was better before Scowl and stuff like that was around. But it's still not bad. You know, can't complain about that. It's still pretty decent. And you know, this shit stacks, so you have, you know, normal Asker, duo Asker, this unit. If you have, Nithvalier, he also has the, team, pulse effect as well. You can pulse down, like, a lot of specials. Like, even, like, fucking Miracle at 5 cooldown all the way to 0. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. And then she deals a lot of damage. It's kind of similar to like the Wrath effect a little bit. I think it's more harkening towards her like personal skill. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it gives her like crit if she has like low HP or something. I don't totally remember, but it kind of harkens to that. And yeah, it's she's doing some pretty decent damage. She like scores really well for Arena, for anyone out there who are free to play Arena players. Yeah, so definitely really impressed with Panette myself. I don't necessarily think I'm gonna make her a merge project, but definitely happy that she got a very, like, her iteration in Heroes is really good, really nice. So yeah, good stuff going on there. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the other skills. So Endless Tempest from Felix, which allows him to have 1 permanent movement all the times, and the prerequisite, I called it. It was either going to be odd Tempest 3 or even Tempest 3. I guess that's kind of a no-brainer. And it seems like just any infantry and flying units can use it, but they have to be physical. So that's not bad. I have a decent number of units I could probably give this to. Even though Felix probably is going to be a merge pack down the line, I'm still determining that because he is definitely very cool, but that fodder is pretty decent. So yeah, I don't know. But it's definitely a pretty nice skill, for sure. Getting extra movement permanently is pretty good. You know, like, people like Yuri was good for a long time because of that. You know, just gotta make sure you stay away from stall. Stall's not, like, the most common effect in the universe. It's, like, fine. As long as you're, you know, away from the duo Thors. So, yeah, good stuff. What else? What else? So, Bernadetta, she has curved shot. And this is pretty interesting as well. It is only inheritable by archers, which this makes sense. And it doesn't matter what movement type they are, which is cool too. If they like restricted to only one movement type, I would have been, or a couple of movement types, I would have been pretty upset because it just seems like something all archers should have. And it's a pretty interesting skill. Yeah, I probably, if I get extra Bernadetta copies, I'm probably gonna fodder her off to an Alchris and then start duplicating that shit. Maybe even to Tana. I do have a couple of Tanas laying around, so that could work as well. And there's only 2 cooldowns, so it's pretty decent. And Bernadetta is able to get that pre-charged by herself pretty easily. At least I think she does, if I recall correctly. So yeah, not a bad special. Definitely great to give to you know, archer tanks and stuff. So people do. So you can give them flat DR, that's always really good. Wait, did I say flat DR? Well, give them a non-pierceable DR through the special, that's always really nice. Yeah. Alright, then the next skill I want to talk about was Fortifications from Alphonse. This skill is pretty insane, especially since we just got a Fortress Fortress defense resistance like upgrade in Haithrun. Now we got one that's even better, honestly. And even Haithrun could use it too, because this is just infantry locked. Or wait, no, not infantry locked. Melee locked. So any movement type could use it, but you have to use things like swords, beasts, lances, etc., etc. Dragons, you know. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of them, like, fucking power creeping that so quickly. It was only around for, you know, it's been less than 1 month, god damn it. It's yeah, I hope you didn't pull for Haithrun just for that skill, because that's gotta feel pretty bad, man. Yeah. But yeah, this skill's pretty good. Divine Vein-Stone, even though it's an old effect, it's still really good, really solid. There's no real way to neutralize terrain effects quite yet, unless you like replace it with your own like terrain effect or something, and which sometimes is not easy to do, especially maybe if you don't have any units that even have the capabilities to do that. So yeah, it's pretty alright. And who am I going to give this to? It could be pretty good on someone like, ooh, I don't know, probably, yeah, just any sort of Omni tank. I heard from some people saying that Emblem Ike would use this really well if you don't have him paired up with one of the, what's it called? Divine Dragon Lady? I'm blanking on her name. But you know what I mean. Oh, Lumera. Yeah, if you don't have him paired up with the Lumera, then this is a way for him to get Divine Vein-Stone. And Divine Vein-Stone is really freaking good. It basically makes Ike, who's almost already unkillable, even more unkillable. So it's pretty good. So it does give him like it would give him disencounter, but it's already in his weapon, so that's a bit of a skill overlap, effect overlap, which is not great. But you know, aside from that, you know, small little overlap, it's still pretty good on him. So I wouldn't put it past people to put that skill on him. Next is Reopening, which is an interesting skill name. It sounds like something that you would give to a preference skill, but whatever. This one is it's only melee locked as well. So any movement type can have this. And yeah, this is a way for you to get some flat DR, even though infantry units don't need flat DR already. They already have Lagoon's Friend, you know. I say Lagoon's Friend is probably still better than this. Lagoon's Friend is probably the best passive skill in the game, but reopening is pretty decent as well. It could be given to like any high defense cavalries or something, or armors actually. Yeah, actually armors could use this. Not sure if they'd rather have like a fighter skill than this, but it is an interesting option. Yeah, just I'm thinking out loud right now. Or maybe even I was about to say Freyr, but I don't remember if his like normal, like if his preference skill is in his B slot. I don't remember off the top of my head, but this could be probably really good on him, I would imagine. Yeah. Overall pretty cool stuff, and it's nice that it only needs like guard 3, and that's pretty easy to inherit, so good stuff there. And then finally we can look at Creation Pulse from alright, our first 5-star is August, the Astute Tactician. Alright, for some reason I thought he was put in the 4-star special rate, but I guess not. Alright, plus HP, alright. He's got decent fodder, even recovery is not bad. And Nudge Plus is pretty decent too, so alright. Even if I don't think August is the greatest unit, because he requires one of your allies to die first, which is kind of dumb, I don't understand it. But yeah, it's whatever. So, you know, pity breaks, whatever. We're gonna get one of our scam bubbles filled up, and that is a-okay with me. I guess. Anyways, back to Creation Pulse. This is, as probably most of us predicted, infantry only, but this isn't restrictive on any like weapon type. And yeah, this is a pretty good skill, but it's definitely not a skill anyone can use, because it does require your opponent to have penalties on them. And this is also not a skill you use on every kind of opponent. Like you don't want to use this against like a Freyr team, because he just undoes penalties anyways. I mean, you don't even want to even use this against like a Brave Bernadetta, because she takes those penalties and she you know, throws them away and puts them on you. That's not great as well. So while this is a pretty powerful skill, it definitely is counterable, and I like that. You know, I don't want a skill to just be, you know, untouchable, like uncounterable. I think this is fine, but I don't think it's as well. I think for the most part, and on certain teams, certain units, it's probably better than Infantry Pulse. Infantry Pulse? Times Pulse 4. But again, this is not a skill for everyone. It is good on this Robin, for sure, absolutely. And this would have been great on like Legendary Claude after his refine, but he is a flying unit, so he can't get it. So yeah, pretty cool skill, pretty interesting. Anyways, we're at our first spark. We actually didn't get any focus units yet, so that kind of sucks, but let's go into it. It doesn't really matter who we go for, because we're going to go for all 4 sparks anyways, so I'm just going to pick Alphonse first. Why not? He's, Alphonse seems pretty interesting. Yeah, I've heard people say that they think he's going to age the worst because he is a slow cavalry unit, and slow cavalry units tend to age pretty quickly, but I think he'll be alright. Let's see. Anyways, I am Alphonse, Prince of Asker. I pledge to carry on the work of the late King Gustav and bring peace to Asker. Yes, sir. Alright, here he is in all his, before being king glory. However you want to say it. Great art, yeah. I don't know if Niji, Hayashi, certainly they've done art for other heroes units, I think, because that name sounds familiar, but in terms of Alphonse, I think they've done a cipher card of Alphonse, which is pretty cool. I don't remember which one it was off the top of my head, but yeah, and yeah, his outfit's pretty cool. Some people were upset about how his pose is the same as Gustav's. Some people think that's a cool reference. Some other people think it's a lazy, you know, like way of doing it. I think it's more interesting, but I could see how people see it being lazy. But yeah, he's pretty cool. A kind and serious Prince of Asker, wearing the same gear his father once wore, he possesses a renewed determination and sense of purpose. So I could see them, making him more like his father, because that's what a lot of Braves used to be, like Brave Ike, or like Brave Ephraim, or who else? Who else is parent dependent? Maybe like Lynn. No one really knows what Lynn's parents look like, but her father was the chief of her tribe, and she's wearing, I believe, like chief clothes, so it does make sense. And yeah, here he is. Big fucking axe. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep trucking along. We got a lot of orbs to spend still. So, yeah, let's get to spending. By the way, I played the story chapter this morning. It was pretty interesting. We met how do you even pronounce his name? Laerther, the tree guy. And he seems pretty cool, even if his backstory is honestly really fucking sad. It's like, okay, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played the story chapters quite yet, but the whole spiel is he wants to get the summoner so that the summoner could resurrect his family. I'm just like, brother, could you not have gone to hell for this? Hell would have been perfect. She knows how to bring back the dead, but also we kind of killed her, so it's like, that's kind of awkward. But we don't mention that to Laerther. He's probably gonna go even more ballistic and insane. He's already a bit unstable. He's a little creepy, a little scary. Yeah, so what happened was in the past, he like helped some sort of fucking king not die or some shit. I think the king should have just fucking died. But hindsight's 2020. And yeah, he ended up taking Laerther's family hostage and then like killed them. And they went to some graphic detail, like, I will behead one member of your family for each day you don't make me all immortal and young again. I'm just like, I respect the greediness there, but at the same, oh baby, we got Felix, let's fucking go. Alright, I am Felix Hugo Frodarius. Is it true that I can fight heroes from other worlds here? I may enjoy this place. Alright, Samurai Felix here, looking swell. Not the best IVs in the world, but hey, we are in it for the long con. Hopefully we'll be able to get one with plus speed down the line, because I believe this is only a super boon. And yeah, he looks great, lovely. I've seen people say that, or at least predict that he's probably going to age the fastest, just because he is more of a jack of all trades, master of none. I'd like to think of it more as a jack of all trades, master of all sort of situation. And also I do like post-time skip Felix a lot, so yeah, definitely. I think he's probably going to be a merge project. But goddamn, that fodder's so good too. God damn it. But I got a couple Ericas still sitting in the barracks to get Gus. But god, attack speed is so good. And endless tempo is pretty decent too. We'll think about that down the line, but as of now, I'm probably going to make him a tentative merge project. So he is, yeah. I mean, what can I say? I was pretty impressed with him. I do feel like people are right in saying that he is probably going to age the fastest of all these units, probably. But that doesn't stop the fact that I'm going to enjoy him now, So yeah. And also, he's probably going to be one of the best Gale Forcers in the game for a while. And Gale Force is a pretty fun strat, even if my brain is a little too small for it sometimes. I just go back to Omni-tanking with Ike most of the times. But hey, it's nice to have some options, with my Gale Force options. Anyways, yeah, Laerther, interesting backstory. And his weapon is kind of insane. When or if he gets added as a playable unit, he's probably going to be pretty broken. I know I've said this about Gulveig, and she turned out to be a bit of a disappointment. But Laerther, I'm just going to call him Tree Dude from now on, because Laerther is a little hard to say. Tree Dude is kind of insane. He is able to spout out a sign decoy to like his foes with range 1 and range 2 with the lowest defenses. And basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to target the weakest units on the enemy team to take them out, and it doesn't matter what range they are, and yeah, it's actually pretty cool, pretty intensive. You know, you do not want to enemy phase Lair Thir's team because your weakest member is going to be targeted first, and you don't want that. Who is that? Is that Celica? I think that is Celica. All right, nice. Herring Princess. I really like this outfit a lot. She looks pretty cool. I think it's better than her original art. So yeah, not bad. I actually got her pretty early on in Faye's lifespan. Like, I think I got her on her debut banner way back when. She was pretty cool, but I didn't really like her because she would do chip damage on herself and then she won't get her stat bonuses. So yes, let's go. More 5 stars, please. So we got the Exalt's right hand, female Robin. I am Robin, tactician to Exalt Crom. My studies here in this land are dedicated to Elise's future. Dude, she's also got the sword. What was it called? I forgot what it was called. The Falchion Light, I guess. Got plus attack, pretty good. If I could get another merge on her, then we can undo that minus speed. Hopefully I get one that's plus speed. Speed creep has always been a thing. And here she is. If I'm being honest, I don't think her fodder is like just terribly great. Flare, I'm not super impressed with Flare. Like, it's alright. Attack speed finish 4, everyone's got that at this point. It's becoming the new times pulse 3 at this point. Like, everyone has this, so it's not hard to get anymore. And creation pulse, it's not for everyone, for sure. Mainly for units that spout a bunch of debuffs, and it's also for infantry units too, you know? So it also limits like the units that can use this, but at the very least, female Robin uses it pretty well. And yeah, her art is really good. I love the like purple and blue color. It's, you know, got that Grima and Elise kind of color scheme, and how like even though she's from quote unquote the enemy like country, she's still like she chose her own path, you know, so it's cool. I like it a lot. Very nice. All right. What was I saying again? Something about Laerther. Yeah. So assigned decoy is pretty insane. And I think when he becomes playable, he's gonna be pretty good. I think he might be a defense mythic. If I were to put money on it, I think he's gonna be like an anima defense mythic. I think probably. I don't think he's gonna be offense. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be an Ether Raid's offense mythic. I think if I were to put money on it, a defense mythic, I think he'd work best as a defense mythic personally. That's just the vibe that I get. But you know, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot about everything in the universe, so it's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. So yeah, pretty cool. And I do like his sprite. It's like this tree thing. I know some people were kind of like weirded by it, but it makes sense because he is a tree dude, you know, so it just makes sense. And yeah, I had no interest in this dude at first for a while, but he seems cool. That weapon is like a whole fucking essay. I mean, they're all fucking essays, but it's kind of insane with Laerthers. Hopefully he gets some cool skills. He's also an armor now that I think about it. I wonder if he'll have his own savior skill or something. Not totally sure. I'm all speculating everything. I mean, we don't even have Hresvelger or Needholger yet. Not sure which one of them might be relegated to being like a vault unit. What I mean by vault unit is like like OG Fafnir or OG Elm, units that we don't ever get. Who else? Yeah, basically those are top of my head. Oh, like OG, like Veronica and Bruno, stuff like that. Yeah, not sure if one of those units are going to be put in the vault. I get the feeling we're not going to get any vault units in this time, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not totally sure on that. But I would hope it's not Laerther, because he looks really cool. He looks really fun. It's also weird that he's a beast unit, even though he turns into a tree. I guess that's the closest thing he could be, because he can't be like a fucking dragon, right? Because he's not really a dragon, but he's not really a beast. He's like a plant guy. It's like a humanoid person. I don't really understand. Like a treant, you know? But would you really like classify a treant like a beast unit? I don't know if I would do that, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. By the way, through the data mines, we found out who we're going to be in the next Hall of Forms lineup, and it's going to be Legendary Seliph, Legendary Sigurd, Legendary Deirdre, and Arthur, Genealogy Arthur. You know, not, you know, Captain America Arthur or anything. This is the first time we're getting 3 legendaries. It's kind of feels like overkill, if I'm being honest. Honestly, they probably could have put Seliph in the previous Genealogy Hall of Forms. Instead, they're like backloading it by a lot, to the point where I don't even know who they're even going to have in the next Hall of Forms, because we're not getting any new legendaries anytime soon. I'm even surprised we didn't get like Uller. Uller could have been pretty interesting. But yeah, pretty cool. I already have a Sigurd who's like pretty well built, but he could probably use a better build. So, but the problem is I don't have 3 formas. Ooh, nice. We got a Shez. Let's fucking go. He's already at plus 10, I think. I think he's at plus 10 already. Let me check real quick. Let me just real quick, guys. Let's see. He is. Yeah, he's already at plus 10. So that's gonna be fodder. That's pretty good. He's pretty decent unit. I think he's got like bulwark and attack speed bond 4. I think pretty decent. Anyways, back to the Hall of Forms. So yes, I'm probably gonna. I'm gonna try to go for all 3, even though I don't have enough Forma souls. I'm probably gonna have to buy 2 of them, then wait for the next month's like packs, and then buy that one or something. I don't know. It's yeah, maybe they should just make Hall of the Forma soul bundles like just buy as many as you want, you know, kind of situation. I don't know. Maybe this is just coming from the perspective of a whale. That's probably definitely very true. But yeah, Sigurd, I want to give him a new build because there's the attack defense excel that would be pretty good on him. Deirdre, I don't have anything on her except base kit, so could use something nice for her. In terms of Seliph, I think my Seliph is fine. His base kit works. He's got a good C skill. I don't think I'd really need to do anything with him necessarily. But, you know, I'll let Phoenix Master be the one to tell me whether I should upgrade him or not. Yeah. But yeah, pretty fun lineup. And then there's also Arthur, who's a bit random, you know, just a random guy from House Frigga. Yeah, he's just a generic green tome dude. Love his art, but he seems a bit random. But I guess who else could they have put, you know? They had to put someone in there. They could have just put Julia. They could have put another Julia. We've got some Julias we could have put in, like the, what's it called? The, Scion Julia. I don't think she's been run on a Hall of Forms yet, so that could have worked. So yeah, cool lineup. Definitely gonna be going for my favorite Genealogy characters, which are basically all of them, because I love Genealogy. It's a great game. People should play it. It's a great game. Don't wait for a remake. Just play the fucking original game. It's great. You won't regret it. Please. Please. God damn it. Anyways, enough of that tantrum. Next, I want to talk about Binding Worlds. I got jump scared by this. I forgot to even pay attention to when the next Binding Worlds was going to be. But alas, here we are. The unit that I put forth out in the world is my Legendary Claude. You know, he got a pretty decent refine. I gave him the Prime skill. He's not really self-reliant on it. Like, he needs some buffs from his allies in order to get this going. But he gives himself 2, so, you know, he's halfway there. And then, you know, attack speed oath force, maybe not the greatest thing, but it helps with the buffs. Deadeye is good on him. And, yeah, he's got the refine. I probably should have given him a different B skill just for the Forma to be higher value, but, at least he performs pretty well in combat, so, yeah. Yeah, so that's the unit that I put out forth. Let me know if you found him, and, yeah, I hope he does some good work for you out there. In terms of the finds, let's go over some stuff that I found. So here is a Legendary Sigurd I found from Habeluka. I'm sure you guys know who he is. He's a great Fate-tuber. He's a cool guy. Makes great content. His Sigurd's a little strange though. Attacks is like trying to stack speed a little bit. Maybe at the time he only had attack speed excel. Now we have attack defense excel. So now that I think about it, I don't know if attack speed excel is going to be available for Sigurd's Hollow Form now that I think about it. Oh shit, that actually really sucks. And I do not want to fodder an Eikthrnir if I can help it. I want to save that copy that I got for now. But yeah, he also got Potent, and Defense Red Smoke 3 is pretty good on him because it helps with the movement. Getting Pathfinder on him is really good. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting unit here, even if the A skill and the B skill are a little strange. But hey, I guess getting that extra follow-up through Potent is pretty decent. And yeah, good stuff around. Next is this Gatekeeper. I never really picked up Gatekeeper, I never refined his weapon or anything. Anyways, we're going for our next unit. Let's just go for Bernadetta. We have not picked up Bernadetta yet. She has eluded me, probably because she's being a loner in her room. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Anyways, here she is as a bow knight, so that's pretty cool. Sheltered loner. I'm Bernadetta. Were people calling for me? Oh well, it's scary. So could you not do that? Okay. I thought she outgrew her, social anxieties a little bit, but hey, one step at a time. Here she is. Good stuff all around as well. Curve shot is pretty good. I don't know if the rest of her kit is great. Like, prime skills have definitely gotten a bit power crept a little bit. It's definitely not good against units like Nurgle or something. But there's paranoia. Yeah, I can't tell what the fuck I'm looking at. I see. It looks like brains coming out of the person's head, like Mojo Jojo of Powerpuff Girls. That's what it reminds me of a little bit. But yeah, here's curve shot. Cool stuff. Hopefully I can get another copy so I can fodder a copy of her to Alchris, and then we start duplicating that shit. So yeah, cool stuff. Now we got a copy of everyone, but we still got 500 orbs, and what am I gonna do? Not summon? Don't be ridiculous, guys. What's saving orbs anyways, right? I don't need to do that. I probably should do that, but yeah. Anyways. Yeah, we're gonna keep summoning. We got 2 more sparks. It's just good value. It's just good business sense here. So yeah, this Gatekeeper I found in. Oh, hello, Ishtar. Nice. Yeah, Resplendent Ishtar looks so fucking cool. Very nice. One of the best Resplendents in the game, for sure. All right, minus speed. That's fine. That's whatever. I need some coffee. Hold on, just a sec. I'm gonna drink some coffee. Oh, wait, I just realized this was decaf. Fuck! Well, they say decaf is like 97% of the caffeine gone, so I'm gonna be really holding on to that 3%. Fuck, I probably should have just made some real ass coffee this morning. Oh well. At least it tastes pretty good. So yeah, this Gatekeeper, I never got his refine because I can't say I was really impressed by it, but he's a pretty decent unit. This one seems more combat focused, which is a little laughable because it's not like his combat is that good. It's fine, but he's not killing anything. It's more like Gatekeeper is trying to not die, which I guess is what you generally want him to do, but it's nice to also have a unit that can kill stuff, and he doesn't kill shit. So, yeah, but this is probably like the best Gatekeeper out there. He's Lugu's friend 4. I think I probably would have preferred, Kanto Curb Stomp in the C skill. That's probably his best skill, even if it's not that much different from Kanto Control anyways, but still, it's the thought that counts, But yeah, this is a pretty good unit. Next up was this Flora I found. She was given the new Arcane weapon. Lugu's friend 4 is really good on her as well because she's got some crazy resistance. Pretty good stuff. And yeah, she did pretty alright. She's got lethality. She's got a Null C, Disrupt E. This is a pretty kitted out unit. Probably not going to go for her, but I was pretty impressed with her. Not gonna lie. next up is this Corrin, and I gotta say this is probably like aside from the fact that she doesn't have a an echo skill, which that kind of sucks. If you like take out that, this is probably like peak physical fitness for a Corrin. Like this is what peak physical fitness looks like. You might not like what you see, but this is what it is. D bonus doubler, Goose Friend 4, Breath of Life 4 against those pesky AoE specials. Oh, hey, Celeb. Here he is. 2 years late, but that's fine. That's cool. You're getting your refined soon. Pretty exciting stuff. Hopefully you get something cool. You used to be the king of CYL 6. And, you know, you might have fallen off a little bit. He's still pretty decent. I've still seen some pretty strong Celebs out there in, like, summer duels. You know, if you build him right, if you build your team right around him, he is still quite the menace. And he is going to probably be getting stronger soon. So, yeah, good stuff. Nice. Anyways, we filled up our scam bubbles, so our rates should be, yeah, 6% now, and hopefully we'll be getting some banner focus units. So yeah, anyways, yeah, this Corrin, good stuff. You know, I wish this user gave her like some sort of rally plus skill or something, just for, you know, the value of this. I'm not gonna pick this one up because I already have. Corrin is already like pretty decent. Like she doesn't have Breath of Life 4, but she's got the other 2 skills, and she doesn't have an Echo skill, which is unfortunate. Well, I guess she really doesn't. Oh wait, now that I think about it, she can't even use an Echo skill because she has the Gating Fang 2, and yeah, Echo skills can't be used with preference skills, even if it's something stupid like Bayork's Blessing. You know, I feel like they should have done that restriction, but like based off of your version. You know, like versions, like books 3 and before should be allowed to use a preference skill and a echo skill, but that's just my opinion. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, bust IS's balls over that stupid idea. It's fine, it's whatever. I'm not complaining. You're the one that's complaining, not me. Anyways, next up I found this unit who actually would have been a contender had it not been for other units that I found, but this is a unit I don't have, and she got a pretty good refine. Unfortunately, this person didn't give her the refine. I'm sure they probably have it, but for the sake of, like, I guess, maximizing the value of the Forma, they gave her Arcane Fellstone, which is not a bad weapon by any means. And yeah, Candy Fighter 4. She's got Scout 4. She doesn't have a Savior skill. I would have expected a Savior skill on her, but Savior skills are relatively common these days to find to fodder yourself. Instead, she's got Attack Res Ploy 3, which is also pretty good. Yeah, not a bad unit. Honestly, if I had found her, like, if it had been like the previous Binding Worlds, I probably would have picked this up because I never had Mer before, and I really would like to get a copy of her, especially since she's actually a pretty decent unit. But alas, you guys will see this later. I have other units that I want to add instead. So yeah, unfortunate with the timing, but it is what it is. Next up is this Eleonora, a unit from TSM that I don't really care too much about, but I do respect the build here. This is basically, from what I could tell, max investment. Maybe give her Deadeye instead of Ruptured Sky, maybe, but it's still pretty solid. Yeah, Fleeting Echo is pretty good for a DR. Even though she really doesn't need it, I'm pretty sure she's got a sweep effect in her weapon, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the rest of it's pretty nice. Flashing Sparrow, Speed, Defense Tempo 4, the works, you know. Good stuff all around. I'm definitely not interested in this unit because I never played TSM. Even though I do have a copy of it, I probably should crack it open one day, but I don't know. Maybe one day. I heard good stuff about it, but I'm also not the biggest fan of like Shin Megami Tensei and Persona style games. I feel like I've kind of outgrown like RPG games a little bit. I don't know. They're just not as interesting to me anymore. But yeah, I don't know. The fact that I have a copy of it means that there is hope that I might play it one day. One day. But just not today. So yeah, and then last but not least, before I go over the other units that I'm actually considering picking up is Cormag. Cormag got a pretty good refine, and I didn't pick it up personally, but I know it's pretty decent. And this one gave him all the nice bells and the whistles. Like, I felt like no stone was unturned with this forma. You know, aerial maneuvers. Maybe you don't need aerial maneuvers when you have attack oath echo, or maybe you don't need attack oath echo when you have aerial maneuvers. But again, maximizing forma value is always nice. Yeah, attack speed class 4 would have been nicer if it was excel, but I'm not gonna be too picky. No quarter, soaring guidance, the works. Like, this is a really good Cormag. And if it weren't for the fact that I found 3 other units that I was interested in, he might have been a top contender, because, I like Cormag. He's a cool unit from Sacred Stones, and his refine's good. And this is a pretty good kit, but alas, there are other units that I would rather get. So let's go over that. So, the main unit that I was trying to snipe for is actually duo female Byleth. She recently got her refine, and it might not be like the, game breaking or anything. It's still pretty decent, and I do want to get a copy of that with a good build, because I only have like base kit on her. Really, I think I gave her Wind Sweep 3 on mine, but yeah, she definitely needed a bit of a facelift. So let's go over some of the duo female Byleths that I've found. So here is the first one that I found, and if I'm being honest, this isn't the greatest. I mean, she's got Soaring Echo, that's really good, but I can't say the rest of it really wows me. Raptor Sky. I mean, she comes with Raptor Sky, it's fine. Attack speed class 4 is not super good anymore. The speed resistance Fortress 4 is pretty nice. Deadly Miasma is pretty good, but I felt like we could have done better with this. This was definitely like, it was a candidate, but it's not the one that I'm ultimately going to go with. Here is a second one that I found. This one's a bit better. Well, not only because she has Harsh Command Plus, but she's got the Flared Strike combo, which is still really strong, despite what most people say about, like, oh, it's dead because Breath of Life 4 and Haith Rune. And you're right, it probably isn't top meta anymore, but it's still really good for clearing out, like, PvE stuff. People who don't have Breath of Life 4 and Haith Rune, still pretty solid. So this one was a top contender for a little bit. Not gonna lie, this is looking pretty strong. But then I found my third duo female Byleth, and this is actually probably the top contender. Yeah, so she's got the new attack speed mastery, the skill that duo Nephany has, which is pretty good. This way she can have the Occultist Strike be, which is nice. It still gives her some pre-combat damage, still pretty good stuff. I like speed resistance Crux a lot better than Deadly Miasma. It gives her supporting capabilities. Like, she already is supporting, but this is like more supporting capabilities, so that's really nice. And then Soaring Echo, that's probably the best Echo skill on her, arguably. Yeah, probably, actually. Overall, this is probably going to be my top pick. We're still going through the rest of the Binding Worlds. We still got like 4 days or so. So there's still about 12 more that I could find. I might change my mind. I might not even pick up this unit. We'll see. But she is definitely my top contender. Definitely want to get her. I didn't know if Satachi sent his Byleth out in the world, because I know Satachi has a pretty decent build on her. I think he does. But yeah, definitely a cool unit, and I want a copy of. I want a copy with a good ass build on her. So, and that's all Binding Worlds is all about, trying to find cool shit that you didn't have before. So yeah, I always find it pretty fun. Ooh, there we go. We got an Alphonse. Nice. Alright, hopefully plus attack or defense. Let's go. Oh, baby, let's go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Nice. Alright. Hopefully get a little bit more. I mean, it's at like an 8%-ish. Hopefully get something in this circle still before our scam bubbles disappear. Come on. Drink some coffee. Alright, well. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically my Binding Worlds finds. Let me know if you found anything cool. Always curious about this stuff because Binding Worlds is a fun game mode that I wish came around more often, but alas, it doesn't. Anyways, let us go for our next spark. Again, it doesn't matter which one we go for. We're gonna go for the next spark anyways. So yes, we got our next Felix. That makes this Felix number 3, I think, if I'm doing my mental counting correctly. So cool stuff. This is a neutral IV1. That's fine. That's cool. That's whatever. So yeah, there we go. You know, a lot of Celestial Stones. Let's keep trucking along. Anyways, I've run out of topics to talk about. So what I had planned on doing was to make a tier list. I haven't really done tier lists before, so this is a pretty monumental step in my channel's lifespan. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rank book 8 units because because yeah, these units are pretty interesting. So yeah, let's just go through this. So Ratatosker, here she is. I think she's definitely like a B tier unit. She's not that good. I mean, she's not bad, but I think her like vine terrain thing is not that good. It's not bad, but the fact that she has to like do an action kind of kills it, so it's not the greatest. So I think B tier is pretty solid. She's not a terrible unit, but she's not like super good. We've got Lucina, Riam Lucina next. I probably put her in A tier. She was she's more useful for like action economy than actual combat. Like her combat was good. It's still pretty good, but I feel like her main like benefit to your team was action economy, positioning, all that jazz. And future vision is really good, but I kind of wish they gave her like a new future vision, some sort of like, I don't know. Yeah, it should have been like some like Prophet's vision or something, you know? Like, I know future vision is still really, really good, but they could have done something new, just like how they... Oh, right, we got Galzis. There we go. Not bad, maybe not good, because his father's not really good. Surge, Sparrow's never not as good as it used to be, but hey, you know, NFU fodder, pretty good. So, alright, I'll take that. Alright, next up is Laurent. He's a generic, so we just put generics down there. That doesn't mean that they're bad, but, you know, they're just generic. Same thing with Indigo here. Next is Severa. Severa is probably... Oh my god, wrong Felix! Fuck! Alright. Well, here we go again. Oh my god. Man, we just filled up 2 scam bubbles so quickly. That's awesome. I mean, what the fuck? Alright, cool. That's whatever. Good fodder on this Felix. But don't tell Oblivion I said that. But yeah, Severa, I'd say she's probably... she's good where she is. A tier is probably fine. She's another God Sword. Maybe even like here. I don't remember exactly what she does necessarily, but she does have like godlike reflexes. Again, this is not a super well thought out tier list. It's just like based off of what I remember, which is not a lot, but I don't feel like she's terribly impressive or strong. I think B tier is probably right for her. So yeah, probably do that. This guy, I forgot his name. But one of the big baddies from Awakening. Is it Nurgle? No, it's not. No, it's not Nurgle. It's oh fuck, I don't remember his name, but he's actually pretty decent. I think a B tier is probably solid for him. Really good free to play mage unit. Pretty good nuke, so I think B tier is solid for him. Alright, we're going to the winter banner of last year. Yeah, what can I say? These units are all really good. Those 2 are still the top of their meta. So I don't think I need to go too into depth for that. Dimitri, Winter Dimitri is probably an A tier. He was good at the time. Oh fuck. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Alright, we're back, so let us keep this show on the road. Yeah, so Dimitri, good stuff, but he's pretty counterable. He is not great against Scowl's effects. He folds against someone like Nurgle, who takes away all his buffs. But at the time, he was pretty good, so I think A tier is pretty safe for where he is now. Yunaka definitely power crept a lot. She doesn't do as much damage as she used to. Flared Strike combo is not as good as it used to be. I'm borderline tempted to put her in B tier. I think I'll put her in B tier for now because I do feel like she's definitely fallen off quite a lot. It's unfortunate, but it is kind of true. So I think B tier is probably safe for her. Yeah, so let's do that. Claude is generic. Camilla, legendary Camilla. I don't know. She's still pretty decent, but again, she gets totally destroyed by Breath and Life 4. Because of that, I might reorder this shit. I think I might put her in C tier, maybe her in C tier, maybe him in C tier. Okay, yeah, maybe like this, because otherwise I'm gonna have a shit ton in B tier. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Camilla in. Oh, she does have some decent support. I'll put her in B tier because even if her combat is not super good anymore, she does give her allies, DR piercing, and that's pretty solid. So I'm gonna put her there. All right. Next up, we've got Sather. Sather is a pretty decent unit. For the longest time, she's been pretty annoying because she ends turns and whatnot, and that is really strong. Now that we have Kanto Curb Stomp, that's being brought down a little bit. So I think A tier is probably safe for her. Because, most units probably don't have Kanto Curb Stomp. I guess if they do, then she's, not good. But if they don't, then she's good. Well, and if you don't even consider that, she's still a pretty decent unit who has some good supporting because with her button, she can help with warping and stuff. That's really good. I think A tier is probably solid for her. She's not top or anything, but I wouldn't say she's bad by any stretch of imagination. She's still pretty good. Goat Mommy, I forgot her name. Oh fuck, what was her name? I don't remember, but she's a B tier. I think she's a B tier. She's a very speedy unit, and she relies on speed a lot for her kit and everything. I believe she has speed-based damage reduction, which is really good. But that being said, I'm still gonna put her in B tier. She doesn't really do anything apart from that. She's a decent melee nuke and stuff, but that's all she really is. Next is what's her face here? I'm blanking out a lot of people's names. I probably should have drank some coffee this morning with actual caffeine. I don't remember her name, but I'm putting her in B tier. Yeah, I just feel I know her thing is about warping her allies towards her, but I feel that doesn't really ever happen too often, or at least I don't see it that much. I don't find her too threatening. She dies pretty easily, so I think B tier is probably where she sits. I'm almost borderline going to put her C tier, but we'll see. We might reorganize this a little bit. The two Kanas are generics. They're pretty good generics, because dragons are pretty decent these days, but yeah, that's where they belong. Reinhard, probably a B tier. Probably a borderline C tier because his weapon sucks. He doesn't have unconditional brave attacks. He has to move 2 spaces, which is not always going to happen all the times. He's a borderline C tier unit. It hurts me to say that because he's a really cool unit, but I don't know. That one is up in the air. I might put him down in C, but we'll see on that. Tine, she's an A tier. She's good. Taking away buffs in Ether Raids is really good. Really annoying, actually. She's not usable in Summoner Duels, which actually really sucks. So yeah, I think A tier is really solid for her. Seifi, she has a cleansing effect. B tier is probably where she belongs. I could see her being put in C tier. But yeah, again, we might reorganize some of these tier lists later, but yeah, we will see about that. In terms of the dancer here, Linda, I probably should have gotten more sleep last night. Probably should have had some coffee this morning. I forgot her name too. But she's a generic dancer, a pretty decent generic dancer, but still a generic dancer nonetheless. So you know, generic tier. Pern. I think he's probably a C tier unit. He's a solid unit. I actually plus 10 him. He has brave attacks and everything. But I don't think he's like super good or anything like that. He's just like a, you know, a dagger nuke, which we have plenty of other ones that probably do it better than him. But pretty good one for free-to-play people. But I think C is probably fair for him. I'm probably gonna stick with that. Alright, next up, the Desert Banner. So this is, man, I'm really blanking on names today. Igren, yes, Igren. She's an S tier. She's an S tier. Sure, she gets curb stomped by like Stall, which actually is really bad. You do not want to go against duo Thor with this unit. Yeah, it's just not great. But apart from that, she's just really good. Great nuke. Good supporting capabilities. Just a good unit that actually undersold on a bit when she first came out. So yeah, she's a definite S tier for sure. She's definitely fallen off a little bit, but she's still very strong. Next is Altina. I think she's probably an S tier. She's she's not like top Omni tank in the game or anything, but she's definitely very strong. And she also has a good player face too. So I think S tier is right for her. Juno, probably a C tier. As a unit, she does give bonus doubler to allies, and that's cool and all, but it's not like crazy. Like, she seems to be a C tier unit. That's all I have to say about that. This guy, I forgot what his name was. Yeah, he's here. He's a generic. Same thing with Hawkeye. So I think that sounds about right. Okay. Next we have Lumera. She's probably a A tier unit because giving out the stones is really good. I don't remember what her combat is necessarily. Again, this is just off the cuff. Don't take this super seriously. I will make serious like tier list down the line, but as of now, this is my very unserious tier list. But the vibe that I get is that she's more of an A tier unit. Her combat isn't great, but she's a pretty decent support unit, just because of the stones. So I think I'll put her there. She's borderline a B tier unit, but we shall see on that. Marth, Emblem Marth. No bias or anything. He has a really good player phase, but not good enough to break through Emblem Ike. So he is between A and S in my opinion. He does have the emblem effect, which is also really, maybe he is an S tier. I guess maybe I'll put him S tier for now, but he is definitely susceptible to being moving down to A. But again, we will see. Next up are the Valentine units. So this unit is good in a vacuum. He's got some problems now. There's been a lot of developments in the meta that's taken him down a little bit. I don't think it'd be controversial to put him here, but he's also, like, not a bad unit. It's so hard. Like, he feels like an S tier unit when his counters aren't there, but when he has his counters against him, he feels like a B tier unit. So should I just go in the middle and just put him here? I think that's probably right, because I guess Breath of Life isn't terribly uncommon, so that's gone. Null Sea Disrupt is now an echo skill that can be used by almost anyone now. And now his Kato Curve Stomp has Curve Stomp him as well, so yeah, I think I'm going to put him in A tier. It's kind of insane. He definitely was one of the best units in the game for a while, but they just like totally fucked him over. Similar to like with a fallen Edelgard situation. Who is that? That is Pent, isn't it? Cool, nice, I'll take him. Mage General. The better Mage General between him and Cecilia, in my opinion. Alright, plus speed.
Being away from home for long periods of time is nothing new for me. I doubt anyone will be upset.
Okay, alright, thanks for letting me know about that. So yeah, in terms of Leon, I think A tier is probably fine. Ephraim is probably also an A tier. He's a good near savior, so I'd probably put him there. Actually, I'm probably gonna put Lumera down in B tier. Now that I think about it, I feel like her combat is not super good, so I think that's where she belongs. But dragons do have Scout. Yeah, I think B tier is probably safe for her. Here is Selena. I think I'll put her in. Yeah, she's a generic unit. Put her there. Myrrh. I think she's S tier. I think she's probably one of the best far receivers in the game still. Oops. War Bubble is kind of insane, so gonna put her there. All right, our last unit we could spark for. That made the decision hard. All right. Anyways, let's keep going with this tier list. We've got quite a while. I mean, we've still got a lot of orbs. Hopefully I can finish this tier list by the end of it. Everything. So generic, good unit, good nuke. Actually, surprisingly bulky as well. So putting her there. All right, let's keep summoning. We got almost 200 orbs still. Hopefully we can get some stuff. I feel like this has been a somewhat tame summoning session from Rocket Gal. Usually do better than this, but yeah. Anyways, I think IV is an A tier. I think probably sister is also A tier. Generic, Rosado. I feel like Rosado is not as tanky as I'd like him to be. He's really good fodder. As a unit, he's all right. Yeah, I don't know. I think C tier's probably fine. Who is this? That's S, right? Yeah. Wait, why did I say S? That's Pella. I knew that. I totally knew that. All right, cool. Plus defense. All right, I got her Forma, so it's whatever. Anyways, next we have this guy. He's probably a C tier unit as well. Lavier. Pretty cool at the time. But I feel like his bonuses aren't like crazy. I think he gives like Hexblade and I don't remember the other one, like no follow-up maybe? I don't remember. But I think C tier is probably safe placement for him. Legendary Male Alir. He's an S tier. I believe he's the second best Omni tank in the game. Good. How do I put it? He has good enemy phase, good player phase. Someone you cannot easily take out because of that miracle effect. I think he is an S tier. Second best Omni tank, second only to Ike. So I'm gonna, yeah, that's the placement there. Chloe. I think Chloe is not great as a unit, but she has good support. She's like a legendary Hinoka, but for all movement types. So I think it's all movement types. So I think B tier is good, but yeah, it's weird. Like she's not a good unit in terms of her own combat, but her support is top notch. In terms of Fram, she's a C tier. I know she does like some like she has some DR as support, but I'm pretty sure it is pierceable if I recall correctly, and it's also like once per turn essentially because she chips herself for that damage, and she also has to be at full health for it. So it's basically similar to the I think it's called Chi Guard in Engage, which I like that reference, but it doesn't make her a good unit. Cool unit, but you know, I'm borderline going to put her a D tier. No, she's not a D tier. I haven't really put anyone D tier. I have to do some shuffling later on. Mirabilis, I think she's S tier. She's probably the best unit on the Spring Banner. Very good, ridiculously good actually. You know, the Flyer Dancers are always really good because they can have like guidance and everything. So you can have one of those tier beat dance skills. Her dance skill gives bonus doubler, which is a pretty decent effect to have. Great for like stacking and everything. So I use her a lot. So I think she's an S tier for sure. And also she's a unit you only need like one copy of. You don't need any merges for her to be like super, super good. So yeah, she's definitely an S tier unit. Sylvain is a B tier unit. Probably, yeah, I think probably B tier. He does have some pretty decent offenses and decent support. And he does have like a self-refresh, so I think B tier is probably where it's at for him. Linhard, generic. Merrick, a little bit disappointed in him. He's not the greatest nuke in the world, so I'm going to put him in B tier. Sita is probably an S tier, another really good Omni tank. And the fact that she is also an attune unit means she could use the new Null C disrupts attune skill, so that's really good. So putting her there. Generic. Arlen. I don't remember much about him, but he's probably a C tier. Again, I don't remember what he does, so take some of this advice with a grain of salt, but the fact that I don't remember what he does probably means that he's probably a C tier unit. Castor, generic, Emblem Ike, S tier. I'm not even gonna say anything else. Moving on. Yeah, Robin, young female Robin, S tier. Young male Robin, A tier. Young Lissa is actually a pretty solid unit. But is she a B or a C? Or even a A? I think I'm gonna put her in a B. She's a really good Omni tank. Just a tanky unit in general. So I think B is probably good. Emerin. I think she's actually a S tier unit. She is insane. Of course she gets, countered hard by like Warp Bubble and all that jazz, but as a unit she's pretty solid. So yeah, she's pretty cool. Really like her a lot. I had a whole team that centered around getting her into like the fray of the battle, and then just having her warp my people towards her. She's actually really fun. I really like using her a lot. We have a lot of S tiers actually, but what can I say? These are some great units. Frederick, C tier. I think C tier is like safe for him. He is not great. He gives himself bonus doubler. Like his art and everything, he's a cool unit, but I don't think he's a good unit. Not even merge project worthy for like most people. Of course, if he's your favorite, you should. And here we go. We got another Bernadetta. Nice. It's about time we got another Bernadetta. All right. That's a little unfortunate, but we will make do with that. Man, it was at 5.25 rate. God damn. Yeah, maybe not the luckiest I've ever been, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Anyways, let's keep going with Azura here. Attune Azura. She's probably an A tier. Probably one of the best dancers in the game. But she's not terribly revolutionary or anything, so I think... Okay, we got a Gilliam. Nice. It's pretty cool. Gilliam is a pretty solid unit for flyer supporting, so... Alright, I'll take that. Alright, let's keep going. But yeah, Azura, she doesn't feel too much more powerful than her, like, her harmonic version, so I don't think I could put her any higher than A tier, probably. She does give, like, insight to her allies, I believe, which is nice. And also the extra movement and everything with Grey Waves. Actually, I don't remember what her... Does she have Grey Waves? She has a preferred dance skill. I just don't remember what it was called. But yeah, she's solid. I think that's where she belongs. Yeah, okay, it's generic. With this, yeah, I think he's probably a C. Maybe we should reorganize some shit. So, actually, he probably belongs here. She probably belongs here. She probably belongs... Nah, actually, no, she's probably fine here. And these are not ordered within the tier. These are just all, like, C tier, B tier kind of situation. So, yeah. In terms of Mozu, I'd probably give her a B tier. She's actually a decent Omni tank with some decent supporting. But, B tier is where she belongs, I think. Candace, generic. Loki. Loki is a good support, so I think I give her A tier. Yeah, A tier is where she belongs. Fall Lumera is not too much different from normal Lumera, so I'm going to put her in B tier as well. Fallen Veil. I think she is... let me think. She's probably A tier. She's probably top of A tier, bottom S tier. That's my take on her. Giving, doing the scout stuff is really good. She also basically has, I think she has like dive bomb in her attacking. That's really good. And yeah, she's colorless, good stuff. Yeah, pretty impressed with her. She's borderline S tier, but I think A tier is more where she belongs. Actually, now that I think about it, should I reorganize more of this stuff? Actually, I think Ephraim's probably a B tier, now that I think about it. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, he's good, but I think B tier is more where he's at. Ursula, A tier, good AoE nuker, but Yeah, I think. Oh, okay, nice. We got another Felix. Let's fucking go. Nice. All right, come on. Plus speed, baby. Plus, okay, plus attack. I'll take that. That's not bad for now. That is good. That's not bad. I just realized we just filled our scam bubbles again. I wasn't paying attention. And we're actually almost done with the summer session. So I'm gonna speed up with the tier list a little bit. Nurgle S tier. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. Lloyd is probably a C tier. Again, this is a pretty competitive tier list. Actually, I probably could put her in C tier as well. She's good, but she's not like insane. Yeah, Lloyd is good, but it's nothing like super crazy. At least I don't think so. Yeah, Sharena, S tier for sure. Lapis, actually a C tier. I was not impressed with her at all, so I think that's where she belongs. Let's see. Nell is a generic. Embla, Blessable Embla could be used in offense, really good, A tier. Also has supporting. She has the team pulse effect. That's really good. We've discussed that already, so that's solid. So she's gonna be put over there. Alcaris is generic. Legendary male Corin. Talk about a bit of a disappointment. Well. Okay, he's probably a B tier. I'm probably gonna put him B tier. He dies a lot too, a lot of shit. The water terrain is fine, but it's not great. He has to like go into combat for that, and he seems more like an enemy phaser, so it's not great. I think B tier is probably safe for him. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Micaiah, S tier, one of the best nukes in the game, really good. Good support as well, so she belongs there. Soph, I was disappointed with him as well. I think he's a B tier as well. You know, not a bad unit, but I don't think he's like terribly good. His weapon is not like the greatest thing in the universe, so I think B tier is safe for him. Edward, probably also a B tier unit. He's just like another god sword. Nothing too special about him. He does have Breath of Life 4, but I'm not attributing that to him. Maybe he's a C tier. I'll put him in C tier. Shit. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties here, but we'll make this work. Okay. Leonardo, generic. Jared, generic. Alright, Summer Golveg, probably one of the best Gale Force units in the game, but she does have some survivability troubles, but she does have some crazy speed. I'm gonna put her in A tier for now. She's probably top of A tier, but yeah, I think I can't put her any higher. This lady whose name I keep forgetting, I don't remember what she does. I really don't remember. I'm gonna put her in tentative B, just because I don't remember what she does. So I think that's probably fine. Generic dancer, good, but like, you know, generic. Hareed is actually pretty insane. He definitely deserves A. Top of A actually is where I'd probably put him. The freeze status is kind of insane, or frozen, whatever is called, and he has some pretty high defense to take advantage of that, so pretty good there. Well deserved A. I don't think I put him in S though. Definitely not meta breaking by any stretch of imagination. Vake I'd probably put in, well, yeah, generic. Celica, S tier. She's a good nuke. She's definitely counterable. She's not like the best nuke in the world, but she's good. Warp in all day, provides the emblem ring to other people, which is really good. So S tier for sure. What's her face? Golden Mary. She's probably an A tier. Oh, speak of the devil, here is Celica. Rafe Celica. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll take her. Not bad, not bad. Alright, we have... Okay, I gotta really speed things along. So, I'm not even gonna explain. I'm just gonna start placing people into tiers, and you're just gonna have to deal with that. So, that's A. That's probably A. Generic. Probably C, actually. Generic. A. Generic. C. Probably A. C. I don't care what people say. That's a C. S. A. Probably bottom of A, honestly, if I'm being very honest. A. B. I was not impressed with her. B. Not impressed with her either. Generic. And then I'm gonna hold off on the Brave units because we haven't really tested them out yet. All we know is like their descriptions of their weapons and their skills, but we don't know their full capabilities quite yet. We haven't tested them out or anything. I will say that Alphonse scares the fuck out of me. He was a bit hard to take out in the story chapter, but here is my tier list. It's not perfect by any stretch of imagination because I just kind of base it off of what I remember and less to do with actual like hard evidence, hard analysis. So this is just a fun little book 8 tier list. This is all in my opinion. Maybe I should move things around. He's probably here. He's fine. Who else? Actually, I was pretty disappointed with her. Nah, actually, no. C tier's probably fine for her. Ooh, hey, alright, Ingrid. Okay, I think this is probably good. This requires some fine-tuning, but this is basically what the tier list looks like. Yeah. Alright, we have 12 more orbs left, so this is, I guess, going to be our last circle. Let's see if we get something cool before we go for our free summon, who I think I might go for Alphonse on this. Actually, I probably should go for Burn. Oh, nice to do. That's awesome. Alright. Dimitri's vassal. Yep. Good stuff. Alright, let's keep going. 3.75%. It's not high, but it's not terribly low. Come on, game. Oh my god, my voice is like dying. Alright, I think we're about to approach the last summon of Destiny. Or maybe that was the last summon of Destiny. Never mind, okay. Well, no. Our last summon of Destiny is going to be this one. So, here, hold on. Let me just check real quick what I got. So we got three of them. Okay, so we got 2 of each except for Felix. We got 3 of. Since I want to fodder off of Bernadetta, well, I do have that extra copy. This is going to be a merge because I'm not too focused on that C skill from Robin. This is a merge too, probably. Bernadetta's fodder. I do have a lot of archers that I would love to give curved shot to. And then Felix, I'm pretty happy with what I got. So I think we're going to go for... We should probably go for Bernadetta. So, yeah, let's do that. Alright, so, maybe not the biggest, haul I've ever gotten in the universe. It also has to do with the fact that I didn't spend as many orbs as usual. But I need to be a little more frugal this month. I spent a lot of money on other things recently. So yeah. But yeah, that covers this summoning session. We got some good stuff. It wasn't the greatest, haul in the world. But, it's still pretty good. Definitely going to be testing out these units a lot. These are very cool units. Really excited about them. And yeah, that about covers this summoning session. Let me know how you did if you summoned on this banner. It's a fun time. I'm sure a lot of y'all are summoning on this, so let me know how you did. Did you summon on a different banner? I'm pretty sure you probably summoned on this one, but let me know how you did. Let me know just in general how you're doing, because I'm always curious about how you're doing, both in the gacha landscape, but just life in general, man. So yeah, that about covers the summoning session of the Choose Your Legends 8 banner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.